Hey crafty friends, it's Joy here for Honeybee Stamps, and today we're going to be doing the Imperfect watercoloring with Distress Reinkers. Now I'm going to start with my stamp. This is one of the images from the Perfect Peonies stamp set, and I am going to be using some archival jet black ink. You just want to use something that is watercolor proof, but we're going to be inking or stamping over this again. I've stamped on some watercolor cardstock. And I'm going to be using some Distress Reinkers. So I'm using Salvaged Patina, Rustic Wilderness, Saltwater Taffy, Kitsch Flamingo, and Scorched Timber. I'm adding a little bit of water, and I am just imperfectly adding the color to the leaves. I did start on these larger leaves with the Salvaged Patina, but I'm going to come back in and add a little bit of Rustic Wilderness to kind of blend it out and give it just a little bit of a different color. We have two sets of different leaves on here, and I didn't want them to be the same. And I love Salvaged Patina, so I thought it'd be fun to bring a little bit in. Now, one dot of ink will really do it. And how much water you add obviously is going to depend on how thin the color is. So you can kind of, get it to how you want, if you want it light or dark. So you can see I'm just adding a little bit, and I am not trying to color every square inch of the image. I like when I see watercolors that are almost messy in a way, and some of the areas might be even left white of your image or really lightly colored. And so that's what I'm going for with this Imperfect watercoloring. I am not a watercolorist at all, but I do like to use those types of mediums to kind of get a fun, just different way to color your images. So again, I did leave my stamp in the Misty because we were going to be stamping back over this. My original thought was I was going to stamp this again with the black ink, but I actually changed my mind probably halfway through. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm just going to be adding the colors to this. I'm also going to blow dry it in between some of my layers because I want to make sure that it's dry before I add my next color. I don't want to accidentally grab some of the wet green into my flowers. The flowers are going to be Saltwater Taffy and Kitsch Flamingo. And I'm just going to start laying down some color. I'll come back in with the pink and just adding it in. So you can see it's really not hard. I am not trying to be perfect. I'm going for that imperfect look and just adding some darker areas, keeping some of it light, blending those colors just a little bit so you get the variation. And I have to say, I really like how this turned out. In this stamp set, there's two images and a few sentiments. And so you can choose from how you want to do this. You could stamp all the images on a background. We're actually going to be die cutting this out and creating a different background for this. I'm going to dry that, and then we're going to bring in the Scorched Timber here in just a minute, but I'm adding some darker areas. So you can also dry it and then add a little more concentrated color, because again, deciding how much water you're going to put on there is going to change, if it's darker or lighter. So let's add some of that Scorched Timber to the centers of the flowers. But I think these are turning out so pretty. And if you need to slow down the video, just hit that little gear and you can slow that down so you can see better what I'm doing. And then I'm taking some of that Salvaged Patina and just splattering the flower. I'm going to let this dry. While that's drying, I'm going to spritz my background. Another piece of watercolor paper. I'm going to add, and I like these little circles. If I was doing something different, I would keep these. But I added some of the Salvaged Patina, added more water, and just using my paintbrush to move it around. Now I'm going to dry this, but some of the ink has dripped off onto the background, which is perfect because I'm going to dry that and I'm going to dip it back in, and it's going to add some darker areas. So I'm going to do that a couple of times just to kind of get that ink up off your surface and adding just a little bit of detail. Then I'm going to be using the 3D embossing folder, the tooled leather, run that through my die cut machine, and this is going to give us a gorgeous background. I love it. Look at all that beautiful, beautiful dimension. Now let's put this is dry, let's put this back in our Misty and I am going to do some gold heat embossing. Like I said, originally I was just going to stamp it again with black so it would really stand up, but I'm going to do clear embossing ink and gold embossing powder. I did turn, and I'm prepping that with my anti-static powder tool. I did turn on my heat tool because if you want to be really successful with your heat embossing, let your heat tool heat up while you're stamping. Let it get nice and hot. It's going to warp your paper less. It's going to heat the embossing powder quicker. Just move it across your paper, and as soon as it turns shiny, just keep moving it. So I stamped that a couple of times. Let's sprinkle on that gold embossing. It's so pretty. And it did stick in some of the areas on the leaves in a couple tiny little spots. I didn't care. I actually liked it, so I left it. But if you didn't want that on there, just take a dry paintbrush and just brush it off. And then I'm going to heat that. You can see it's changing so fast. I mean, obviously my video sped up a little, but it does change really fast. I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut out my image. And then we're going to work on that background just a little bit more. I did want to let it dry. So I'm going to tape that in place with some low tack tape and then run that through my die cut machine. I'm going to use some scissors on the edge of my background, and once you've embossed it, be careful because it rips really easily because you have those embossed edges, but I love how that looked. And then I'm just doing a gold glitter brush pen. I'm going to do some splatter, and then I thought I'm actually going to take this around the edge just a little bit, just imperfectly. This whole card is kind of imperfect, which I love. I feel like you have a little more freedom when you do that. In my MISTI, I am stamping the sentiment that says just a note, and that is from the Perfect Peonies stamp set. And I'm going to use gold embossing powder for this as well, and I will also use the coordinating die to die cut this out. So I'm going to heat that up. And then let's get our card put together. I have a top folding A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I am going to add 2mm foam adhesive behind my floral image and my sentiment. And I'm going to place this, in the center a little to the left because I want to have room for my sentiment. We're just going to place this on there, and then let's do the same thing. I love to tuck my sentiment in things. I like it kind of snuggled up next to images or, whatever. I just think it's really pretty, but we are done. And look at that gold embossing on that flower. I just think that finishes it off so nicely. I think the background is fun. I love how this card turned out. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you feel inspired, and I hope you guys have a really amazing day. Bye.